Our next speaker is a lawyer and founder of the international nonprofit organization Nature's Rights and the International Center for Wholistic Law. She has a degree in zoology. Zoology. Ay, parang zoology. Saan ba ako nagpunta? Sorry. Wait lang po, yung Bicolana in me got the better of me. Okay po. So she's a graduate. She has a degree in zoology, an award-winning public speaker, systematic constellations practitioner. Wow, grabe. Tumingin tayo mamaya sa mga sa constellations pala. And has facilitated healing workshops around the world. Her focus is on realigning law, living and written with the universal laws that govern all life and facilitating inner and outer transformation. Today, she will talk about the ecocentric economics. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for us to be joined by Nature's Rights Executive Director. Let us all welcome with a round of applause, Attorney Mumta Ito.
Hi there, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. And it's such a pleasure and honor to be part of what you're doing in the Philippines. I feel that, you know, the work that you're doing there is super exciting. It'll be really wonderful, you know, if more countries outside of Latin America start to move in this direction of honoring the rights of nature. So yeah, it's really an honor and a privilege to speak with you. I'm sure a lot of you've had a lot of good talks today and you've been campaigning for a while. So I'm sure you're quite familiar with the whole concept of the rights of nature and what it means, and earth jurisprudence and the attitudes that comprise earth jurisprudence. So if there's, you know, I hope that what I have to share with you will add to what you're doing, and that it may spark some insights or maybe help to piece things together from maybe a slightly different perspective, maybe reinforce the same perspective that you've had. So I'm going to share my screen, except it says host disabled participant screen sharing. Can the host please enable the screen sharing for me, because I need to show some slides. Okay, so a little bit about the work that I've been doing. A few years ago, I formed the organization Nature's Rights. And as you can see, the strapline for this organization is transform the system. Now, a lot of people, when they hear about nature's rights, they think that it's just to do with nature. And it's about the rights of nature against the rights of humans, or the rights of nature against the economy, or, you know, going back to the caves, or some kind of idea like that. And they don't really link it to how the rights of nature can give rise to the type of systemic shifts that we need in our societal system as a whole. So so that's why we chose the strapline, transform the system, because our entire economic system is founded on the fact that nature has no rights, that nature is there for the exploiting, that it is separate to us, that the human being is not part of nature, that nature is treated as objects, property, and resources, enables the economic system to work as it does. It enables infinite growth. It enables economics based on infinite growth, agriculture that poisons the earth, energy that depletes nature faster than she can replenish. Because if we recognized in the law that nature has its rights to exist, to thrive, to its vital cycles, to be able to renew itself, and that our rights derive from the rights of nature. If we had that recognized in our legal system, it just wouldn't be possible to, it wouldn't be legal. It wouldn't be possible to have the kind of neoliberal economics that we have right now, which is based on extraction and based on exploiting the earth to dangerous levels, which destabilize everything. So just to make that point, I'm sure you all think of nature's rights as a systemic shift, but some people think that it's just about the rights of the trees or the rights of the ocean. We carry on our economics as we always have. Well, this is not possible. So this a little bit about our stance. There is no environment with the Earth's extended body. So this is the kind of paradigm shift or the mind shift that most of our legal system is based on the idea, or it premises that environment is out there and it exists around us, and we are here separate to it. We can master it and we can use it. And to a certain extent, yes, on one level, it may appear that way. But if we look at it deeply, everything that we need to exist on this planet comes from the earth, even the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, our human bodies, everything's made up of the 5 elements. And so if you were to take our human rights and in a vacuum as it is at the moment, and take it out of the context of planet Earth, say you took the human being, you put him out in space somewhere where we don't have all the things that Earth provides us in order to survive, what do our human rights mean? Our human rights mean nothing. So our human rights only mean something in the context of our existence on the planet, because we are intricately connected to the Earth. We are part of the Earth. We are, in fact, part of the Earth's extended body. So this here is part of some work that I did for the European Economic and Social Committee a few years ago. So when we started with nature's rights here in Europe, it was with I received, basically, I worked in environmental law, and I received some guidance that came in an unusual way. And it was the product of a spiritual inquiry and a series of meditations that that I set up nature's rights in response to. And part of that insight was to bring a European Citizens Initiative, because we have participatory democracy here in Europe. And so we started organizing for an initiative, and we created a draft law for Europe, and we were about to launch our initiative to collect 1 million. We had to collect 1 million statements of support across 7 member states. So it was going to be a large campaign, but we thought we'd take our initiative to the Parliament first and sound out how it would land. So we went to the Parliament in 2017. We had a big conference of stakeholders and various people. We had cross-party representation. We had the head of the European Environment Agency, the head of the IUCN. All of these people were very supportive, and the ideas were really well received, and people really got it that there is something fundamental missing from our system of rights, that we have human rights, we have corporate rights, but what about the rights of nature? It actually forms the foundation of all of those rights. And when we put this back into the system, everything starts to fall into a natural order based upon the natural orders in life. So people were really taking on board these ideas. However, we were informed that the timing was not good to bring the initiative because it was a time when the European Commission were getting rid of all of the nature laws. And so those organizations that would have supported us had to argue that the existing system of law is working well. And so we were advised, don't do the initiative now, bring it later. But in the interim, I got approached by the European Economic and Social Committee, who had presented a climate rights bill, which included the rights of nature. However, the Commission came back, they didn't say anything about the rights of nature, but they said, well, climate rights, we're doing a lot about climate change, you know, it's all the same thing. So they approached me and they said, you've been proposing this initiative for nature's rights in the European Union. Do you think nature's rights can encompass all of the other rights? And how would it work in the social and economic context? You know, do you think it can be a socio-economic solution? And I said, well, absolutely. You know, that's what jurisprudence is. And so they commissioned a study, which I was involved in writing together with